Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know.
DJ Envy is listed as the co-founder. I'm down 800,000.
And you think he's responsible in some way?
I think he's absolutely responsible.
It's not true. That's fake news. Those are fake stories.
2023 has been hella weird, and I did not have DJ Envy getting locked up for running a Ponzi scheme on my 2023 bingo card. But here we are. Now, Envy technically still hasn't been charged with anything, but the feds raided his offices at the Breakfast Club, and several sources have confirmed that he is potentially facing time behind bars.
An inside source tells us that the iHeartRadio offices were visited by the feds, who took out electronic equipment as part of this investigation.
But in case you missed out on all this mess, let me catch you up to speed real quick. Last week, Envy's former business partner, Cesar Pina, got picked up by the feds on wire fraud charges. And while Envy initially stayed silent on Cesar's arrest, he's finally speaking up, saying he had no clue about what Cesar was up to. But the feds, they're not buying it. And from the latest info, DJ Envy is in some real hot water because there are multiple federal charges connected to running a Ponzi scheme, including wire and bank fraud. And these charges could put him behind bars for up to 20 years. Now, both fans and folks in the industry are calling Envy out for trying to pull a fast one on his own community, and many of them think he should do time. DJ Envy still hasn't officially caught any charges, but a number of people who got caught up in this mess have come forward, saying they got scammed because they were swayed by Envy's celebrity status. An insider who's got the lowdown on the ongoing investigation spilled to NBC that federal agents paid a visit to the iHeartRadio premises where they record the Breakfast Club and confiscated some electronic gear. And that's a pretty big deal, as the feds typically only raid a person's workplace if they've got the goods on some federal law breaking. But what are the feds aiming to dig up? And how did Envy get mixed up in this scheme in the first place? So according to NBC, back in 2017, Envy's business partner, Cesar Pina, started rounding up investments for sprucing up and selling off properties around New Jersey and other spots. He promised returns ranging from 20% to 45% in just 5 months. But from the sounds of it, Cesar took some of that cash for himself and used fresh investments to pay back earlier investors. He's said to have pulled the wool over investors' eyes by getting them to throw money into properties he didn't even own. And then he turned around and offer those same properties to other investors. Just before Cesar got cuffed, NBC put out a story featuring some of the folks who got taken for a ride, and many of them mentioned that they trusted Cesar because DJ Envy had given him the stamp of approval.
Then there's record producer Anthony Martini, who invested in what he thought was a promising apartment project in Patterson.
I lost $1 million.
And you went in because of DJ Envy.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I'd known Envy for years.
Another investor, Anthony Barone, told NBC that he met Cesar through Envy, and Envy even joined them on a tour of a New Jersey property. Barone ended up sinking $500,000 into an apartment project and another $300,000. And he's saying DJ Envy is just as responsible as Cesar Pina for this whole mess.
I invested in Flip to Down, which was an online platform for fractional shares in buildings. DJ Envy is listed as the co-founder. I'm down 800,000.
And you think he's responsible in some way?
I think he's absolutely responsible.
Cesar Pina is also charged with making an attempt to settle the score with an investor named Augie Rios using jewelry. Rios, who's got a custom auto wrap shop over in Lottie, New York, had been working on Envy's cars for a good while before Envy linked him up with Cesar, and apparently gave him the thumbs up for his investment firm.
If it wasn't for DJ Envy, I would have never invested into Cesar. I lost a total of $64,000.
After receiving 2 bounced checks, Rios says he got a visit from Cesar carrying this box of jewelry.
He said, take this jewelry until I can pay you back.
When NBC broke the news about Cesar Pina's scheme, more folks who say they got hustled started exposing them on social media, and most of them are saying that they wouldn't have even gotten caught up in the scam if it weren't for the DJ Envy connection. And the reason these people fell for the scam is because Envy was always preaching about how he wanted to uplift his community and and teach them how to build generational wealth through real estate investments. In-Face Envy had been shouting out Pina as his partner in public, and they've been hustling real estate seminars and trying to pitch a real estate reality series together. To make matters worse, there's video evidence of Envy checking out properties with potential investors. Envy even brought Caesar to the Breakfast Club to push his investment scheme, and in one resurfaced clip, these two were promoting an event where they were giving away landlord chains and claimed it symbolized a move from trap lord to landlord.
We're going to be giving one lucky person one of these chains. Now, these chains are serious. Whoever we give this chain to in our camp or our friends, they own properties and they invest. So we're going to be giving one lucky person one of these chains, courtesy of Tajia Diamonds. So we're going to be giving the chain, Pooch the jeweler. So we want to see you guys. Tickets are just $99 right now. So get your tickets. We want to see you there September 26th, all right? Can't wait to meet you guys. And hopefully you guys will be owning a bunch of real estate, creating generational wealth. So we'll see you on September 26th.
And all this evidence and all these witnesses mean one thing. Envy, you in big trouble. One fan shared a crowd photo taken at one of Envy and Caesar Pina's seminars and wrote, "They filled up rooms with this many of our people to lie and scam. God ain't got an hour in the day they ain't getting drug." And another one added, "Wow, I've never seen this picture. They are packed in that room, probably on cheap seats. They came in that room because of the name DJ Envy, not Caesar. This is sad." Meanwhile, Joe Budden spilled the tea that Envy tried to pull him into his scheme a while back.
Calls me as someone that he is not speaking to. We have not spoken about anything. And he calls me and starts talking about some real estate shit. For me, that's odd. We don't speak. And now you calling me, telling me that your man's with the government and he could get the buildings and there's a list, it'd be me, you, and Queen Latifah and whatever the fuck he was saying, because I was walking my dog in the backyard, so I want to stop listening at this point. But that just sounded fishy.
And guess what? There's an old interview with Envy that's come back around where he admitted that Joe Budden warned him he'd end up behind bars for running a Ponzi scheme.
I call Clue. I call Fabulous. I call Joe Budden. Right? My Desert Storm family. And I said, hey guys, I'm doing real estate. This is something that I think that, you should invest a little bit of money in, try it out, and that way you can do it. Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.
But to no one's surprise, Envy is denying all of this. And during a recent episode of The Breakfast Club, he claimed he had no idea Caesar Pina was scamming people. And he also said he was ripped off for $500,000 by Caesar. Envy used a segment on The Breakfast Club to address accusations against him and said he did seminars with Caesar to help the community learn about building wealth across generations.
Listen, so Caesar and myself did seminars. Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community. I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home. I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth. So I did these seminars and brought industry professionals to all these seminars, whether it was real estate agents from different markets, contractors, conventional lenders, hard money lenders. I even brought auction.com to actually show people how to purchase houses online. That's what I wanted to do for my people.
He also claimed he didn't know about any money Caesar took and said he himself gave Caesar a lot of money but didn't see a return.
Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return. But for anybody to say I was involved, that's totally not true. I would never.
But hold up a second. If Envy got scammed for $500K by Caesar, how come he hasn't said anything till now? How come he didn't try to warn others about Caesar? And why didn't he remove his name and photo from Caesar's investment company website? Sorry, Envy, but the math is not mathing, bro. I just find it hard to believe that so many people were getting swindled out of millions of dollars and Envy had no clue. There's simply no way he didn't hear a thing about these people who were losing money, and honestly, people have started to think Charlamagne and Angela knew about it too. And maybe that's one of the reasons Angela left the Breakfast Club. See, Angela is also involved in real estate now, and she helps formerly incarcerated women in New York State obtain subsidized housing from when they're released from prison. So if I was her and I heard about Envy pulling these housing scams, I'd want nothing to do with him either. Also, did y'all notice how Envy seemed to live a much more extravagant lifestyle than Angela and Charlamagne, despite having like 1 billion kids? I don't know, but something told me there was some funny business going on. Now, even if Envy didn't actually steal anyone's money, the fact that he kept on endorsing Cesar Pina, even after folks warned him it was a Ponzi scheme, makes him appear to be involved. We still don't know if Envy will face the long arm of the law, but the fact that the FBI raided his office at the Breakfast Club is definitely not a good sign. And word on the street is that the feds are building a case against him. As for fans, it seems like they are not showing much sympathy for Envy at all. And they're also saying that Charlamagne and other folks at the Breakfast Club probably knew what was going on all along. One fan said Charlamagne knew something was up. He laughing a little too hard at Envy in those clips when guests came at Envy about that real estate. But let me know how you feel about this. Does Envy deserve prison time along with his partner? Comment down below and don't miss out on this next video.